everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 72 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series, where today, couple things. One, I'd like to safety gauge my reactor here so we can make sure he don't turn off when we don't want him to, or turn on when you don't want him to, I guess is probably the more accurate thing. So turn off when you get hot, basically is what I'm going for here. So right now, the world's been running not terribly long, right? But it's not like I left it running overnight or anything. It's probably been a few hours, and most of the radiation, like, we're in the orange zone for the most part, so we're getting, you know, I don't think we have any numbers above 30 at the worst spot, so that's not bad. 30, whatever that somebody knows what that is, and I'm gonna get yelled at for not knowing. Long story short, it ain't so bad anymore, and it's cooling down. This guy's damage is dropping, so that's cool. I mean, he can run, right, and his damage will still drop, you know, without a problem. I think his damage will still drop. Maybe slower, but yes, still dropping. So it's not like we can't run him. We can totally run him. You know, we just want to be careful about running him for a little bit until I set up my logic adapters that will help to, you know, redstone control, make things not break. And that's the plan for today. So let's take a peek. We're gonna, and this should be a quick, we're not gonna do this all episode because it shouldn't be hard. I hope it'll be quick. We'll find out. But it should be quick. So what I'm thinking I might do is move my quantum entangler porter, right? And my fission reactor port, I'm gonna break you. And I'm gonna pop you up here, so that this side of the reactor can be kind of dedicated more so towards this redstone logic that we're going to need. Cool. And now if I replace you with fission glass, everything should be back up and full again because none of the data got lost, right? And everything looks groovy. Cool. Looks good to me. So the temperature is still the same, the damage is still the same, everything's doing its normal thing. And then we can quantum entangle over you. And what I'm going to do is basically just boop. And what sidedness do we have for gases here? It was the right side, huh? Let me change that to backside for output. Right? Now, if I run you and you still have a full amount of this, then no, you're not cool. Why you no go? Gases back, eject on. Yes, we should have some fissile fuel available in that thing. I mean, it's still filling up, but I think we'd be good. I don't have to change your... I think the default is input, right? Yeah, input only. Gases, output. I mean, we can put it back like that. 411, 818. I think we're good here. All of a sudden, you're not going to behave. All right, I might have to set the fissile fuel back. Let's do that. I thought it would remember that when I broke it, but yeah, there's your problem. Okay, fair enough. So then let's make sure that we're not accidentally leaking fissile fuel somewhere, and that should be good. So activate you, you're staying full, and then scram. Good, perfect. All right, so with that up and running, what we want to do next is probably emit a redstone signal based on how hot said reactor is. So if we got a fission logic adapter, and you're going to be activate the reactor when powered and deactivate when unpowered. Output when the reactor reaches dangerous temperatures. Output when the reactor has excess waste. Output when the reactor reaches critical damage levels. Insufficient fuel. So let's do high temperature, right? And let's see what kind of redstone signals we get out of this thing. So he's not outputting a redstone signal just yet. I was kind of hoping that he would, and he's not. So let's just do something really simple here, right? What I'm going to get is the, from create, I'm going to use that redstone toggle thing, powered latch, powered toggle latch. Yeah. A signal from the side will reset it. Yeah, you is what I want. Cool. So powered latch. So as a reminder with this guy, right, the way he works, and I'll use a button to simulate you. Okay. So this guy, as a reminder, you have a redstone signal come in the back, it turns it on, and it just stays on. Nothing happening in the back changes that. Redstone signal comes in from the side, and he turns off. Nothing changes that. right? So what I'm thinking is, very simple logic circuit here. We don't need anything too fancy. We just have another one of these set to activation. Now, if we have a powered latch here, will you connect? You do. Beautiful, right? So let's, you know, the fuel's running, everything's good, right? We flip the lever, which we can do manually. Turns him on, he's running. If he gets too hot, the redstone signal will pulse and turn him off immediately. Does that sound cool? That should be very, very simple. That makes things way simple. That's all we have to do. All right, I should have done that before. It just occurred to me I could do this very, very simply. So should we emulate this? All I have to do is activate the reactor and break this block. And now what's going to happen is the internal buffer of RF is going to fill up. Once it hits 1 billion, we're testing overheating a nuclear reactor, okay? So I'm just letting you guys know, don't try this at home. Unless you really know what you're doing. I mean, worst case, it'll just radiate the area a little bit more. And possibly cause explosions that, you know, FTB chunks will protect against. But still, not a good idea. Don't do it. But yeah, so when this thing fills up, right, 1.4 billion RF, we're halfway there. Isn't that funny to say? We should see the steam stop converting to water and this thing, you know, building up and heat going up. And this is kind of showing what happened the last couple episodes when this thing did explode, but we weren't here for it, right? But now it shouldn't explode because, you know, good reasons, right? So what should happen, and we'll see it over here, see how the heat disappears, and then boom, the heat graph went up, the signal went on, it turned off the reactor. It didn't turn off the reactor. Why, you know, turn off the reactor? Why didn't he turn off the reactor? It's a really good question. Why didn't he turn off the reactor? Because the signal went off, right? Yeah, so why didn't you turn off? Bad reactor. Bad. You should have turned off. You know what? He didn't cause that much radiation leakage, so we caught it in time, so that's good news. So why didn't that turn off? Shouldn't that have turned off? Because the redstone signal went off, so the reactor... Yeah, he's in activation mode, right? Yeah. And then boom, should have scrammed him. Right? That should have worked. Boom, should have scrammed him. Huh. Did the redstone signal... I have to go look at the video now. Did the redstone signal turn on? Oh wait, I think I'm a dope. I think I turned on the reactor manually. I didn't turn it on with this, and that's why it didn't work. Haha! Things to remember to do. So let's try that again. I'm going to activate the reactor. I'm going to remove this. He'll fill up. I'll be back when he's almost full. Yeah, the key is to activate the reactor with the lever. If you don't activate the reactor with the lever, it's not going to turn the thing off. So that's definitely what's up. All right, here we go. So we're approaching the 1.4 number. So what we should see is the redstone should toggle on over here. As soon as this thing drops, boom. And he's still running. Why are you still running? Scram! Yes, I know. Explodey bits. Not, you know, not ideal. Did we gain... Oh, yeah, we did. We definitely did as a result of that. That is not cool! You're 100% doing what you're supposed to... No! Why are you not turning off? I'm trying to understand why he's not turning off. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm gonna have to wait for more radiation droppage. Yeah, it got a little bit hot that time. I don't understand why that didn't turn off. Just in case it's something funky with the button and the redstone, I'm just gonna try this one more time. Right? So, back in a sec. Yeah, no, we want to activate it with this. Let's not forget. Habits. Habits and all. Alright, so he's running because he's got a redstone signal. Right? And this is going to fill up. You know what it might be? I wonder if this is the problem. Let's turn it off for a minute. You're going to retain your buffer. Is it possible because this guy's emitting a redstone signal, he's activating this one? Could that be the problem? So what if we moved you over to here? You think that's it? That could be it. That could be your problem, right? So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna have my lever thing here. See, I thought I was being all nice and compact and cool, but that might be the problem. Okay, and so you're gonna be on activation mode. You're still on high temperature mode. So now I'm gonna turn you on, right? You're gonna do the thing. You're gonna fill up. Yeah, that's definitely possibly it. I figured it was only accepting from the one side, but if it's accepting redstone signal from any side, then that would be your problem. So you ready? This thing should drop his water in a moment, and then it should turn off. Woo! Nice! Worked that time. Boom. Boom. That is cool. That worked. All right. Nice. Yay for when it works. Yeah, I know it's exploding. Chill out. It's because it's still damaged from last time. So not the end of the world. But yeah, now we have to let the radiation cool down again. Sad, dire, sad. But now at least we have protection from this happening in the future. So hopefully what we'll see is in the next episode or two, this will cool down. And that should be fine, right? So I'm going to leave this thing on here, obviously. But now this is how you build a safety switch, right? Only turn it on using this. And don't activate it with the activate button. Otherwise, it ain't going to help all that much. And then if it does overheat, it'll click off and be relatively safe. Relatively safe, right? It's a nuclear reactor, let's be honest, right? I mean, Dyer ain't no nuclear engineer. Nuclear engineers build much safer nuclear reactors. So I'm cooking up more plutonium now so we can look into making the SPS thing. So let's leave that area for a moment up and running. And let's look into the SPS guys that we need. Now, a couple episodes back, I did the math on how many of these we need, right? Alright, so I think we need 48 SPS casings. I feel like I said 52 last time, so maybe I'm missing a couple. So I'm going to start with that. Looks like we can do it, right? Maybe I should update my HDPE sheet recipe here. Yeah, let's cancel this. What's HDPE sheets? Yeah, we should change you to the enrichment chamber recipe, right? That should be cool. Where's my enrichment chamber? Here you are. And then I can take you out of the gold crafter. Cool. And that'll just cut down on... Not that it's a big deal, because I basically have infinite of that. But, yeah. Should be cool. Oh, good. I made more patterns in advance. Cool. I'll do that again. Now, so let's do the SPS. I'm going to do 48. So there's a couple ways to build this thing, but you can basically build it with SPS casings and reactor glass, and there's rules around where the casings have to go. So your goal is to build it with as few of these as possible, because these things are really expensive, right? So 48 is what we'll start with. We'll see if I missed any, right? And then for reactor glass, let's see, I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, and then 5, 5, 5 is 15, 18, and 21 times 6. All right, so that's cool. So I'm going to need like 2 stacks-ish of reactor glass. Yeah, I think that sounds fair. Cool. So get a little bit of reactor glass going there, get the SPS, and that should be cool. And then these guys, I believe they actually need SPS casings. So I'm going to take these out real quick and just say, hey, give me 8 of them. We're still missing some plutonium, just a little bit, but we'll get there. So the SPS casings are not terrible. It's a lot of HDPE sheets, really, and a lot of polonium and plutonium. So our reactor should be running out here. Yep, and it's still a little hot. Still a little radioactive, but it's still running. And I have it in plutonium mode, so it's producing plutonium for us. But maybe not. I'm assuming that once that thing fills up, that's going to be a thing. So what happened to you? What's all this about? Shouldn't you be export busing? Don't tell me I'm out of fluoride, because that's literally impossible. Yeah, no, I'm not. got the importer. There's the exporter. Fluorite, crafting upgrade, side config items, input on the bottom. There we go. Cool. Better? Yes, better. Nice. I'm just going to craft a bunch of these, please. Just so I can throw them in there manually. Because normally you don't need to insert them that fast. I don't have export buses in there, but, or, you know, speed upgrades or nothing, but it's all good. We should also just real quick check in on this. And by the way, somebody said that I said that putting this in water speeds up the rate at which it gets cleaned up. That is not true. I never said that. I don't think I said that. I hope I didn't say that. But no, putting this in water is just like, for like, I guess you could say like roleplay reasons or something. Like there's no technical benefit to doing this. It just looks cool. I just thought it was like a cool concept. All right, so you're making plutonium. Nice. And that means that we might be cool on SPS casings now. Let me come back after it's all crafted. And now's as good a time as any, probably, to do the entanglement thing here. So let's do this and this. And we're going to configure you for gases to output on the top. And then what I'll get is a simple tank. Pop him there, and he should fill up with oxygen. If I set you to input from the gases, eject, yes. Eject on, output top. I feel like that should work. Do you need speed upgrades? You do not, actually. You're good on speed upgrades. So what's cracking? Biofuel. We're low on biofuel? How could that be? You might be out of potatoes. Yeah, wow, I burned through them like nobody's business. You know what I should do? I should probably break this for the time being. Because frankly, we don't need to be burning our ethylene no more, right? So, like, let's just let the ethylene build up and not worry about it. That sound cool? Where's my crusher? That would be you, right? Yeah. So I guess you can't crusher the poisonous potatoes, right? But I can help this along a little bit. Just because I happen to have a few extras laying around. Okay, that'll help get the ball rolling again. Why aren't you export busing to the top? Because that's what you should be doing. Yeah, you 100% should be dumping your oxygen out right now. Man, I'm just having a bad time with, you know, sidedness and whatnot. Yeah, you should be working, I would think. Gases, input on all sides. Yeah, you should be groovy. Well, a problem for me to troubleshoot another day. Let's go outside and build our SPS dude. Now, your polonium production is going where? Here? Okay. So my thoughts are, right now, we are piping polonium into this. And polonium is used both to make the polonium pellets, but also to make the supercritical phase shifter turn polonium into antimatter at a rate of 1,000 millibuckets to 1 millibucket of antimatter. So, it takes a really long time. But we'll get it. We'll get it because it's fun. So what I'll probably wind up doing... Oh, hello, friends. Hello! Tell me how I didn't hit him. I want to know how you can claim that I didn't hit him. Do I lose flight when they hit me? I totally do. That's funny. When they zap me, my flight goes off. Ha! That's kind of funny. I did not realize that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is... And we're probably going to want to do some redstone control stuff to this. We'll figure it out. But first off, let's build the multi-block, because that's kind of step one. So let's get this thing built. And it's just going to be the way it is. I'm going to have to deal with the fact that there's radiation here. I'm a little bummed about the radiation. I almost had it gone, and now it's, you know, back. But we're dropping. We're getting okay. So let's start with the SPS dude. So what we're going to want all our reactor glass too, by the way. But let's get the SPS things. Now, hopefully 48's enough. Now, I'm also going to want 8 of these, Okay, so let's start that crafting and let it cook while we build out this. So basically what we want to do, and I'm going to try this out. We'll see if it works. But 1, 2, 3. So this is the pattern that you want to know, right? And then on the sides of this dude, we're going to do the SPS casings, right? And that looks cool. And we've got an SPS port, so I'm going to start with this, but we're going to need more of them. But they go in the middle of each of these segments. Okay? So then we're going to replicate this like so. Okay. So it's basically a row of 3, 3 rows of 5, and then another row of 3. Okay? So more reactor glass. Like I told you, you need a decent amount of this stuff. Maybe I'll just sleep through the night here just to make it a little bit easier to see what's happening. Cool. All the radiation exposures. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. Cool. And then you're going to want to do your SPS casings kind of the same here, and then the same pattern on the top. Okay, and in the center of each of these, we're going to have the SPS ports. Okay, so slowly but surely more coming in here. Right, so in the center, we're going to have an SPS port. In the center, we're going to have an SPS port. We're going to need a few more. That's why I made 8, and that's cool. Okay. Now also, and I don't know if I made these, but mechanism, what are they called? Did I teach the thingy how to make the thingies that I need? These. Supercharged coils. I didn't. I need 6 of these. 6 of these, and they need lasers. All right, let me go real quick with the auto crafting and whatnot. Be right back. Okay, so now I've got what I need. So in here, we're going to go ahead and replace the 3 more of those. And you're probably saying, Dyer, why do you need 8 if you have 6 sides? Well, I need an input and output as well. So that's coming up in a moment. But on all 6 of these, we need to place the supercharged coils, which is why I need 6 of those. Okay, so that should be groovy. Nice. All right, so now the next step is to fill in these corners, I want to say. So I'm pretty sure you want to do this, this, and this. And if I didn't mess up the math here, we should be cool. I might have messed up the math, but we'll find out. Yeah, I did mess up the math, didn't I? Or maybe not. That's looking pretty good, right? Now we're going to need an import, and then we're going to need an export. Okay, so that's going to be you. And then I'll do it over here. You. Okay, what am I missing? What indeed, sir? What indeed? 12 more SPS casings for this line here. So we're going to need SPS times 12 to fill those in. Missing polonium pellets. Haha, we were close. So I'm going to flip you back to polonium processing, which means you're going to fill up with nuclear waste. You're going to get rid of nuclear waste. How's my nuclear fuel doing? So believe it or not, despite all the uranium that we're getting and the quintupling of it, we're still struggling to produce enough fissile fuel. What I might do is just have to augment this with mechanisms thingy. Like our quarry's doing a great job, but, you know, not great enough. So what I might do is, you know, go to mechanism, get the digital miner, get the flux point that we're going to want, get ourselves a ender chest, and like go for broke, right? Like we'll just pop over to here. And what I'm going to do is just config this guy. I'm going to delete this. Uranium. I'm going to show this is forge ores / uranium. Okay. So forge ores / uranium, and it should show it there, right? And that's cool. And then I'll reset you. Auto eject on, auto pull, silk touch start. So he's got 140 something-ish blocks to find in this area. So it's not super common is the problem, right? But he'll clear it out, and that'll just augment the uranium. So I'm going to say that Mechanism's consumption of uranium is designed around the usage of the digital miner, right? Or some kind of massively fast way of getting lots of uranium, right? Because despite how fast that quarry is, and it's fast, right? If we look at it, we've got, 4,000 some ingots of most things. Iron we're up to like 20,000 of. We're at 2,000 gold. We're at 6,000 redstone. But the uranium we're just burning through so fast. So I need to use the digital miner for the uranium. So I tried to avoid using it, but, sometimes things happen, and you just got to go with the flow. Speaking of things happening, there's no way I'm out of... there is a way I'm out of. Yeah. You are full, aren't you? Yeah, refined storage is full. Nice. Alright, so you mine, and I'm going to go home and solve that little problem. What I think I'm going to need to do... I'm going to break you for a minute. Just so that you don't cause any problems for a sec, because I need... Do we have an exporter? We could get one. Alright, let me get... I don't think we need sediment stone, right? I should have some of these things that we have, like, a stupid amount of. And I'm going to get a stack upgrade. And I'm going to get a speed upgrade. And... What else do we need? A trash can? Like an items trash can? Okay. And we're going to set this bad boy up to void a bunch of junk we don't need. But then I'm also going to make a disk drive. So we can have more storage space, yeah. So 2 things we're going to solve today. We're going to solve we have too much of this junk, and we're going to solve the... So let's see, how do you work? I can just dump things in there, right? Yeah, that's cool. Come on, Chief, let's go. You crafting or what? Oh, you're driving. You're full again. Alright, so let's start exporting here. Good, you're done. Okay, we have some cables on us. Good. We want the stack upgrades. I'm going to want another one of you, by the way. If you'd be so kind. And then we want the sediment stone here. And now you should be exporting sediment stone. Hooray! Goodbye, sediment stone. I don't think I need him, right? I mean, he's just decorative, and you know Dire. So I don't think we need him. Yeah, we'll let him void. Nice. Alright, cool. Yeah, and I might look at doing something with drawers or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But the other thing we can just do is, request like 10 more. So I do that, and everybody's groovy. I can do this now, and you can go back to importing. That makes everybody happy. And then that, takes care of that problem. Sweet. Now you're going to export even the faster. Awesome. All right. Mild solution to problem. I might even kick off a, 10 more of these. We're going to need a few things, but we'll get back to it later. Maybe 2 more? Can I make 2 of them? I can make 1. Yeah? Good. Good enough for me. All right, how you doing over here? All done. Sweet. All right, you... Why Why do I have an external storage in my inventory? I have no idea. I have no idea. But can I get more SPS casings? I need a dozen of them. Close. Need a few more polonium pellets. I'll be back in a minute when this is done with the polonium pellets thing. Because, looks like it's gonna... Well, the solar neutron reactor is not running, so that's one problem. We'll get a few of them and we'll be right back. Alright, here we go. So, 11 supercritical phase shift casings. 12. So, what you want to do is place them right along these corners out here. Cool. So what is it in the end that you need? 60? Cool. So that's the number, right? So that's looking good. Nice. All right. So now if we wanted to, I'm going to turn this machine off. Okay, what that's going to do is it's going to fill up with polonium. And then we're going to run some ultimate pressurized tubes straight over to this bad boy. But before I do that, I think... Well, no, I think we should be cool. I think we can pull this off. I think we'll be all right. Yeah, I think I can plug my flux plug into this dude. Is that right? Let's see if I'm right about that. Cool. So he is getting power. I don't know if he needs power on all the inputs or not. Like, I don't know if they all need input power, but I guess we'll find out. Because you can see he is definitely... I'm going to disable the limit here. Wow, 6 million RF a tick to fill that thing up with its internal buffer of 400 million RF. 400 million RF in this port. Now, we may need more, so I'm going to go ahead and kick off like 10 more flux plugs. Just because I'm not sure if we need more. Now, remember this stuff is radioactive, so... Hello. Hello. Polonium's coming in. Sweet. Energy input, 6 million RF a tick. Process rate is around 0.003-ish millibuckets per tick. And this is it processing a millibucket of antimatter. Now we can feel this up a little bit faster, right? But it looks like we're good at the moment. To me, it looks like we're good. Now, is there a redstone control I can attach to this bad boy? I don't actually know. Let's see. I don't know if there's a way to control the redstone. But I'm sure I could figure something out. Basically, what I would want to do is I'd want to turn you off. I'm going to flip you to this mode for a minute. And that should stop running, and all the polonium should empty from this dude, right? And we've started our antimatter production. So I'm going to think about how I can toggle this machine off so that I can have this producing polonium for me as needed, right? But for now, it's wrapping up point. So Darwell20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I will investigate that and find out and come back next episode with a way. But we will start collecting our antimatter. I will also leave the world running so that we can clean up some of this mess that we created. Are we in the orange zone yet? Nah, we're still in red. Still in the danger. 574. You kind of want to stand right in the center of your reactor, right against it, to get your like highest reading. I don't know if it's going to be any higher up here. Oh yeah, it's definitely higher up here. So I guess this is the highest reading. The center top block is probably where you'll get your highest reading. I'm sure it's a little bit hotter inside the reactor, but you know. So for now, Darwell20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Antimatter production is underway. That's how you do it. We'll come back next episode and ramp it up, because I might want to get into salt reactors. I don't know. We'll see. For now, take it easy.